guys. I'm doing my Q&A today. You guys have asked me a lot of questions, so I am super excited to answer them. If I don't get to all of them, I'm so sorry in this video if I don't get to all of them, but I promise I will respond to you via message or personally. Okay, so I'm getting my phone so I can answer the questions. Okay, so how have you not given up? Sorry if that's dark. Um, so I always try to find the silver lining in things, you know, and just like look on the bright side or kind of turn things around to like, you know, make it I don't know, I guess I just try to find the good in life is what I'm trying to say, because there's always something good to be happy about, to be grateful for, and especially the people you love, the things you love, like that's what keeps me going the most is my loved ones and doing the things I love. I think that's really important when you're sick. It's hard to, like, your whole life gets consumed by your disease and taking care of your disease and all of it. But, you know, I think it's super important to at least make, you know, a little time out of every day to focus on those things, and that kind of keeps the spirit up. I also have strong faith, and that helps me so much. Yeah, my faith has gotten me this far, and I have faith that, you know I won't be cured because there's no cures as of now for any of the illnesses I have, but I have faith that I will get better. Yeah, I have hope and faith that I'm going to get better, so that helps me too, just thinking about a future where I can have my life again, where I can go out and do the things I love, where I can work and at least somewhat function. Thinking about that also really keeps me going. Okay, so next question. How did this illness begin for you? Okay, so before I answer that, this is complicated because I have a lot of illnesses, not just one. Yeah, I have, just to go over some of them, dysautonomia, which is autonomic nervous system dysfunction, which causes the POTS, postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome. I have EDS, Ehlers-Danlos syndrome type 3, which is the hypermobile type. I have degenerative disc disease, degenerative joint disease, spinal stenosis, myelopathy, which is the spinal cord injury. I have mast cell activation syndrome, of course the mycotoxin disease, which has caused a lot of these other illnesses. And I have so many, you know, that I can't think of. I have asthma, I have seizures. Again, all the things I have is kind of just lumped into one. That's kind of how it is when you're spoony. Like, you don't just have one illness, you have like a bunch. But yeah, it kind of started when I was 4. That's as far back as my memory goes anyway. And honestly, my first memory was of me being in pain in my back at night. I would have pain in my back every night. It would keep me up most of the night, and I would miss a lot of school because I was always in pain. So that's how it started. And that's kind of moving on to the next question. How did this illness begin for you? So, like I said, I was 4, and I started having back pain, and then it progressed to leg pain and neuropathy in my legs and feet when I was about 4. And I actually told my dad, I remember the first time I felt it, the tingling in my feet, I was like, Daddy, there's bugs in my feet, like under my skin, and I legit thought that's what it was. Because I didn't know what neuropathy was. I couldn't understand at that age. Sorry. I need more water. Okay, so yeah, where was I? Oh yeah, so the neuropathy then progressed to, or after that I started having migraines about age 5. They would be extremely debilitating. I would be blinded by the light, so I couldn't open my eyes. I would be extremely nauseous, vomit. It would last for days, and it was horrible. The pounding, the pain. It was rough. Yeah, so that started at 5 too. And then I had stomach pains that would occur very frequently, frequent infections, I was always sick, and it just got gradually worse and worse. So it was gradual in the beginning, and then it just kept getting worse and worse. I eventually had to homeschool because I missed so much school. Um, and by the time I was in my 20s, it got even worse. But somehow I managed to function. I had 2 jobs, and I was in college part-time. I had to drop out of college because I got too sick. I couldn't keep up with it. And I had to eventually leave my jobs, which was heartbreaking. I was working at Greenpeace, and I loved it. And I was starting my photography business and, modeling on the side. So I was doing a lot of things, and I was, I was loving my life at that time. And then all of a sudden, when I was 24, that's when it was like more kind of acute, because I literally just woke up one day and felt like a train had run over me and hit me right in my chest, because I felt so winded, like I couldn't breathe, and my heart was racing, and I thought I was dying right then and there. I remember trying to push through it and get on the treadmill, because I would go frequently exercising like 2 to 3 times a week, and I couldn't do that. Just this 1 second on the treadmill was like my heart was almost 200 beats per minute, and that's when I realized something was seriously wrong with me. And it kind of just all progressed from there. I had to quit my jobs, and that's when I became really disabled and just couldn't function anymore. So yeah, I think that answers your question. This topic is so long and in depth, I could have a whole nother video just telling my story of how I got sick and how it progressed. It's a lot. So, okay, so do you believe in miracles? Do you believe in blessings? Yes, I do. I absolutely do, 100%. I have seen a lot of miracles and blessings with my own eyes, so I have no doubt that miracles and blessings exist for sure. What's your favorite plant, herb, or tea? Ooh, I like this question. Okay, so my favorite plant is kind of hard to answer because I love all plants so much, and trees, especially trees. I went to South Carolina once for a doctor's appointment, and oh my god, I fell in love with all the plants and trees there. Oh my, the flora is just so lush, all the palms, and they have these huge angel oak trees which have Spanish moss hanging from them, and they're beautiful. Like, maybe that's my favorite plant if I had to pick. I don't know, but like I said, they're all amazing. Favorite herb, that's easy, because it's absolutely going to be cannabis, because I can't live without it. I have gastroparesis and intestinal dysmotility, meaning my stomach doesn't work properly. It's partially paralyzed, and my intestines is partially paralyzed. So I'm not able to eat much without smoking or taking oil, because if I do eat without it, I get really sick very quickly. Like, after a few bites, I either throw up, or just the pain just becomes unbearable. So that has helped me eat. It has prevented me from getting a feeding tube for 6 years now, and it's my lifesaver. It helps me with pain more than anything, and I am a huge medical marijuana advocate because, like I said, it helps more than anything, and I don't know if I'd be here without it, or at least I would be on TPN and tube fed, I'm sure of that. So yeah, that's my favorite herb. Favorite tea, ginger tea. I love ginger, so definitely ginger tea. That's at least my favorite homemade tea, but my favorite, like, not homemade tea is this roasted almond tea from this little tea place. I don't remember what it's called. I'm sorry, guys. I don't remember the name of the place, but for those of you who live in, like, Fairfax, like, Nova area of Virginia, there's this shopping place called Mosaic District, and it's in there. Get the roasted almond tea, because, oh my gosh, you won't regret it. It's so good. Okay. Oh, I don't have water. Just forgot. Okay, I'll probably only answer a couple more questions, because my heart just sitting down is getting pretty high, and I'm really tired. So like I said, if I don't answer them all in this video, I'll respond to you via message. Okay, this is actually not a question. I just think you are incredible, strong, and inspire lots out there. That's so sweet. Thank you so much, Kathy. I'm just so glad to know that I could help anyone, like, by sharing my journey. I'm so grateful for that. And yeah, I just want you all to know that you are all so strong, and I love you guys so much. This community is amazing. And, even if you have days where you feel like you can't keep going, just remember there's always something good around the corner. There's always something good, and there's always something to be grateful for, if that makes any sense. You can't change your circumstances sometimes, but you could always change your attitude about them. You could always have an attitude of gratitude, and yeah, I hope that I see you guys soon. Bye.